of my friends, and happy Monday. We are about 2 weeks out from finishing up school. You'll always have this resource here if you're looking for a workout to get a little something in. You can go back and choose one you haven't done, or look to retest yourself and see how you're doing on some of the other ones, but we're going to finish strong these last 2 weeks. All right, today on the docket we've got what's called a Tabata workout, and I'll explain that when we get to talking about the workout. First, I need to get you warmed up, so I'm going to ask you for 3 rounds of the following. First off, you're going to need something a little bit weighted. Today I've chosen a quart of paint. It's full, so it's got some decent weight on it. My first movement is going to be 10, I'll call them quart swings. They'd normally be done with a kettlebell. I'm going to grab my quart with both hands. If you can't hold it that way, hold it by the ends. And I'm going to do what would be similar to a kettlebell swing. And I'm just going to go, this is called a Russian height. Okay, an American swing goes all the way up overhead. My hips do the movement here. Okay, so my hips go back and then push the weighted object up. My arms are just going for the ride. Notice my back stays nice and flat, hips push forward, and my quart of paint goes. 10 of those. Then I'm going to take that object, I'm going to hold it with the 2 hands, and I'm going to do what's called halos around my head. I'm going to do 5 one direction. I just bring that can of paint around my head, and then I'm going to go back the other way. It's a great way to loosen up those shoulders. Okay, get some movement going with those. Next up, I'll put my can of paint down. I'm going to do what we call our Curtsy Lunges. Hips face forward. I actually step and cross behind and come up. I'll step over, cross behind, and come up. Forward view of that. So I'm going to be here, come up, boom, and come up. 10 total, alternating. And then the last movement of our warm-up, I'm going to call them knee drops. So we're going to be here, sitting nice and tall, call it a tall kneeling position. I'm going to have my hands out, and I'm going to tip forward and then walk myself in. Okay? Tip forward and walk myself in. A little different movement to work on a different type of contraction of our muscles to get it fired up. Give me 3 rounds of those 4 movements. You should have a good sweat going, and then we'll move on to the workout. Let's go and get it. All right, on the docket for this Monday workout, we're going back to our Tabata style, which is, if I did a single Tabata, it would be 4 minutes long, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, and we do that 8 times to make the 4 minutes. This time we're going to do Tabata times 3. I'm going to give you 4 movements, and you're just going to keep working through those 4 minutes, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest for 12 minutes. The key in Tabata is to be able to get your heart rate down and recover a little bit before your next round of movement starts. That's only 10 seconds. We're really working on our breathing training and learning to control our heart rate, okay? We're really trying to push to work for the full 20 seconds of each of the rounds. Okay, so our movements today, I'm going to start you off with a heart rate raiser. We're going to go 20 seconds of mountain climbers. Hands are just under my shoulders, and I'm going to switch. I'm doing these mountain climbers for the full 20 seconds. I'm going to rest for 10 seconds, try to get my heart rate, my breathing down and under control. The next movement's going to be a row, and I'm going to give you 2 different options. So I can take my can of paint that I used, I can take my book bag, I can use something heavier, and I can do what's called a bent over row, which would be here, and I pull my can of paint up to my chest. Can of paint's not that heavy, so I'm going to go with a different option for me. I'm going to use a rope of some sort and a nice post or something that I know is secure. I'm going to wrap my rope around that post. Boom. And then I'm going to make sure I have a good grip on it, and I'm going to go down and pull up with my arms. Down and pull. So I'm getting a rowing movement with my arms, and I'm getting a little bit of help from my legs, but I am getting that pulling motion with my arms, also known as a row, okay? 20 seconds of that, and then rest. Next up, grab my can of paint, my bag, whatever I'm using for some weighted object. Let's put that in what's called the front rack, which is just under our chin, elbows nice and high, and we are going to front squat for our 20 seconds. All the way down and all the way up. Just adding a little bit of weight to that squat. Okay? And lastly, I'm probably going to keep the weight just because we're further along. Maybe I'm a little bit fitter. I'm going to hold this can of paint to my chest. Hips, feet are going to be a little bit wider than my hips. I'm going to send my hips back, and I'm going to do good mornings with a little bit of weight on my chest. So flat back, slight bend in the knees. This position is really where I'm focused. Pop up and extend the hips, okay? This should be a hamstring, glute exercise, and we've got 20 seconds worth of it. After I finish my good mornings, 20 seconds off, and then I'm 10 seconds off, sorry, and then I would go back to the beginning, which were my mountain climbers. Mountain climbers, rows, front squats, good mornings. Keep cycling through those 20 seconds of the movement, 10 seconds of rest to switch to the next movement for 12 minutes. Let's see what you got. All right, good workout. I hope you got a good sweat going. Feel a little bit of muscle fatigue, but not too bad. We'll get back after it tomorrow. For right now, let's cool it down. We're going to start with our down dog. Here, walking our hands out in front of our head. Push my head through the window. My hips back, heels towards the floor. Hold it for 10 to 15 seconds. Then I'm going to drop my hips down and do an up dog into a nice stretch here. Then I'm going to bring my right foot up towards my hands, so I'm in a nice Spiderman position. Long lunge, elbow is down towards my foot. Hold that for anywhere from 15 to 20 seconds. And then I'm going to reach up towards the sky, big, big, beautiful blue sky. Look at my hand. Hold that for 10 seconds. Come on back down. Switch my feet. Elbow to foot. Open up, reaching towards the sky. Let's drop down into pigeon. Hold that pigeon stretch. This one I want you to spend a little bit more time in. We're looking for 30 to 45 seconds here. And then switch over to the other side. 30 to 45 seconds. And we're going to finish up with child's pose. Hands in front, hips send back, head through the window. Hang out here as long as you need to get composed. Enjoy the stretch. And convince yourself to have an awesome day. Hope everyone is safe and staying healthy, and we will see you soon.